Yeah, I'll okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to MobiTalk March 2028, 2022 edition. It is a meetup for mobile app developers, and we conduct this event monthly, and we talk about the topics related to iOS and mobile app development. Uh, on WhatsApp, you can connect with us given the link that has been shown on the screen. I'll also post it on the comment section here. And apart from this, you can also follow us on Twitter, and this handle will also be provided on the chat. So, yeah, so today's topic is primer on the modern iOS mobile development and SwiftUI, and our speaker is Nithiyanantham Chandran. About him, he is an iOS engineer and he works for Tata Consultancy Service. Let's wait for a couple of minutes for a few more people to join, and then Nityanam, you can take the floor. Yeah,
Yeah, thank you, Priya.
sure.
So let me know if the people is getting joined.
Yeah, I think we have sufficient number of people joined in. I think you can start with the presentation. Yeah.
Okay. So hello, folks. Today the session is about the importance of mobility because it makes us, in a very closed circle. And the intention of this session is all about a technical term of it will be very much helpful for the developers, those who want to improve themselves in SwiftUI, or else those who want to newly started to learn SwiftUI. And the overall intention is we are just going to show what is the evolution behind SwiftUI, and in a way we are going to take a look back of mobile application development, what are all the platforms we are having, and how the business problems getting resolved by using mobile application. So this is the overall intention about this session, folks. So let's go with the agenda. So in this agenda, we have six sections. So the first section is about introduction about me, and then second section is about mobile operating system. So what are all the mobile operating systems which is leading in the world, and what are all the roadmaps of those items, and how they are keep on improving themselves to sustain in the market. So that is the second section of this session. And then we are going to see like what are all the types of mobile applications. So since 2000, so these decades, web application, I mean web in the sense desktop web browsers, web application have lead the world. But now this is a mobility era. So mobile is nothing. We have a lot more. Mobile. We have two set of mobiles. One is the usual mobile, and another one is called the smartphones. So smartphones, which is full of occupied with a lot more tons of applications. So these applications, in a way we can see it's an Android application, or it's an iOS application, or it's maybe a BlackBerry application. But in deep, it has so many types within it. So we have many, majorly three ways to create an application for this mobile platform. So those kind of application categories we are going to see in this section. And then we have one more section called native apps. So this is particularly about why we need native apps, especially what is the behavior of iOS applications in terms of security, how it will help to the customers, and how it will resolve all kind of business problems. So what is the need? So this is the kind of glance we are going to see in this section. And then so demo is the ultimate purpose of this session, because in this demo I'm going to show you some demo projects. So those projects which was created by different all are only one applications, but with the help of different technologies. Like internally, all are iOS applications, but internally in iOS, how we built the application. So now what was the use of SwiftUI among those? So how SwiftUI is getting unique, and then what is the importance of SwiftUI? So these are all the uh, you know informations we are going to see in this demo part. And the final section is query section. So based on my input, if you guys have any questions, kindly feel free to ask me. In the sense you guys are add your comments, so that with the help of Priya, I can try to resolve it as much as what I know. So let's start with the that's how the agenda. Then we are going to start our session. So the first is about introduction of mine. So Priya is already gave some inputs, but from my side, I'm introducing myself. Like my name is Nithiyanantham Chandran. So I'm a master degree holder in engineering in pervasive mobile and pervasive computing department. So that department is particularly aiming for to lead the world with the help of mobility. And then during that study time, I have published two papers in international journals. So after that, I have started into my career as a iOS native developer. So before that, I did my thesis on phone gap. So how the phone gap is evolved, and then how they are converted into code over. So this kind of this is related to absolutely mobile application related stuffs. And yeah, I have a skill set in Objective C and then Swift. Both are the Objective C is a mother of all kind of Apple products. So by using Objective C, we were developed. So that's a old mother language. And then now Swift is a world youngest language, and which is evolving like anything. So Swift, and then I know SwiftUI, and then Mern. Mern is a full stack development, and currently I'm learning it. So that's the reason I make it as a bar, like a degree bar. So that's all about myself, guys. And so this is a place where we going to learn through the roadmaps about the current operating systems. So in general, we have so many operating systems. So when 2012, by the time nearly seven operating systems, they call themselves as a smart operating system. So nearly seven operating system who are leading that world. I mean, but now due to this confident of this iOS and then Android, now all the all the smart OSs are getting slowly wine from the market, and these two competitors are giving huge competition to the world. And likewise Android and iOS, these people are still competing heavily. So because I hope most of our users, either they may be an Android user, or else they may be a iOS user, or else they may be a converted user from Android to iOS, vice versa. And here the one more OS is called BlackBerry OS. So now they are still in the market with a quite few amount of people. So uh, so we will see one by one what is the future visibility of this roadmaps. First I'll explain from the left to right manner. So first thing is BlackBerry OS. So BlackBerry OS, which is still in the market, and mostly their roadmaps and then future visibility is about to give a big competition to these two people, Android and iOS. And BlackBerry is particularly about to give more security. It is targeted to provide more users, to give the more security about them. uh, that's how they are designing. Say, let's say for example, if Elon Musk in future he is going to have want to use one smartphone. By the time might be he can able to go to the BlackBerry people. They were limit, I mean they were because Elon Musk is a customer of BlackBerry technologies. So by the time BlackBerry, they can build the customized mobile for particularly him. So that's how they were improved their security selves. And BlackBerry is in a way they are going to introduce one more embedded system related OS. So that's how they are resolving the business logics of the the current world. Like say for example, in a factory they were using so many machines, right? So those machines need to communicate in a secure way to their master. So by the time these BlackBerries, this BlackBerry OS will help them a lot. So in a way they are adding more and more algorithms to protect and to make them unique in the market. So that is a main advantages of BlackBerry. I mean, we can control, like BlackBerry is about to more security. I mean, in all the platforms they are particularly mean about the securities, but BlackBerry is in addition to add one more option on it. That's it. And in Android, about the Android road visibility, every Android folks know they were now introduced a Jetpack. So Jetpacks is a kind of declarative programming. It's a kind of framework. So that framework will help in a way easy to achieve their development. So it's all about like tags based implementation. So and of course everyone should know, like Android is an open source platform, and they were introduced one more feature in recent Android application development, that is called Keystore. So Keystore, they were applied more RSA algorithms and test algorithm. These are all the algorithms which is help the end user. Like, see, the biggest problem in the earlier versions of Android, what they claimed is they told like Android is having some security breaches, but now everything they are trying to resolving. This is one of the biggest step in them. So what are all the informations like bank related stuff, information or passwords, whether we want to go, store in the session, then the Keystore will help us into store the passwords into the hardware level. So that's how they projected in their developer portal. And then finally we are going to look into the roadmaps of Apple. Of course, being an Apple engineer, I have so many visibility, like all kind of Apple products. They were started with the kind of rumors. So whether this should be happen or not, but in terms of rumors it will start, and slowly they were integrated into the markets. And so many times Apple unveils so many features, but due to some reasons those features will not pitch into the market. Say for example, they are particularly mean about they want to invest something in automobile parts, like 2000 around 2015 or 2017 something, they had a talk to invest on automobile area. But now they are main focus into the more into the iOS part. So in iOS, they're going to introduce one more feature is called augmented based reality. So that's called they mean it as a ROS. These are all the kind of rumors, but augmented reality based implementation on augmented based reality games they were introduced. And it is available in the App Store also. So we can have so many AR based games in our App Store. But they particularly created this augmented related, which is going to introduce one more glass. I mean the super glasses based kind of stuff. So that's how they are building up the system right now. But we don't know. I'm also eagerly waiting for their you know uh, Apple glasses kind of stuff. and it has a limited customizability. Like we developers, we don't have that much credentials or that much power to customize anything. Otherwise, definitely they will reject it in during the App Store review. So we have some boundary. With the help of that boundary only, we can create our circles. Otherwise, Apple will reject us, our applications. So that's the current reality. But I mean, every iOS developer should know, like, whenever we are going to submit the application, it must passes all the checklist of the App Store rules. So that's the thing. And the overall intention is, Apple is going to invest something on augmented based reality, and Android has more into their trying to add more security features within their OS, and BlackBerry is also going to give a biggest competition to these two legends. So that's how this sections, and we'll moving on to the next section. Yeah. So this is a general overview about the mobile application types. So of course, everyone, we have smartphones, so in our hand. So when we saw those applications, right, we simply, in a way, we can see it is an application, but internally it has a three different types of applications. So that one is called a native application, and another one is called a hybrid application, and another one is called a web application. So in a way, we can classify it based on the development. So what are all the development tools they are using? So based on that, we can classify it. So first, I'll now go with the left to right approach. So in this one, the first one is the web application. So web application is nothing but the desktop application. But consider the scenario: I'm a business developer, and I already have some business account, and I'm successfully running one desktop web application in the market. So with the help of less investment, I just want to enhance it to the mobile market. So in a kind of beta testing, I can provide those web browser URL into the web application with that's how we call it as a web app for mobile. So usually PWA is a technique they can use. So PWA is a progressive web app. So progressive web app, in the sense, it's nothing but the application which holds the icon of the website, and also it will run it has the capable of running it in offline. And then PWA is which is slightly loaded very easily, and then it's nothing but the bookmark, but the bookmark has the value within it. So bookmark, in the sense, our web browser which is holding some particular URL within it. But here the with the help of progressive web application, the web app holding the entire cache data within it, so that user can able to see that applications, can able to open that application in a very fast way, but he can able to see the cache information within it. So that's how the progressive web app is leading into the market. So basically, this will help the customer, those who want to pitch the mobile market, and they want to observe how it is working. And in a way, progressive web app is supported for push notifications also. And but the push notification feature is limited for Android, and I mean limited for iOS. And then but for Android, it is open source. But and then the PWA is introduced by Google only. And then the second one is Electron based web application. So Electron is also a kind of tool which was developed and maintained by GitHub Labs. So GitHub is mainly created this Electron tool to construct the atomic tool, which is nothing but a Visual Studio kind of softwares. But in a way, they slowly extended these electrons as a part of to develop the applications. So Slack, and then sometimes the Microsoft. So these teams, these are all the applications which is heavily using this usage of electrons. So the positive side of this progressive web apps and the Electron is they are very easy to load, and which is which is having a lot of easy features within it. But anyhow, it is a light version of the native application. So so you won't take the lot of advantage of the mobiles. So this is the highlighted note of web applications. So when we move to the hybrid applications or the applications which is really efficient, because the ultimate aim of the hybrid application is write once and run everywhere. This is the ultimate goal of the hybrid applications. So mostly PhoneGap and Cordova, React Native, Flutter, and Xamarin, these kind of tools are helping us to create applications which will pitch into the multiple platforms. So now majorly we have two platforms, right? So one is iOS and another one is Android. So React Native and Flutter, they are mainly supported to export their application into to support these two platforms. So React Native, everyone should know, like, so React Native is a kind of framework which was introduced by Facebook, and React Native is wherever we want, we can use the native code also. And then mostly the React Native application, or most of the hybrid application which can use HTML5 as the front end and HTML5 CSS, and for dynamic stuff they are using this React JS, and then for Flutter they are using scripted language. So likewise the Xamarin also. And when we come to the advantage of this hybrid part is we don't it won't really require a lot more resources. So say for example, if I want to build two application with a two different platform, I don't want to but my application is in a very lighter version. So and also it needs to get some native feature of the mobile application. So the hybrid application is the best choice. So what I can do, I can hire only one resources who is having the capable of HTML5 and CSS. So that guy can able to inject this React JS framework within his application, and he can able to produce two different applications for these two platforms. So in a way, in a cost efficiency, it should reduce the cost of the development cycle. But of course it has some limitations when it compared to the native applications, in a kind of, we can say, performance. So say for example, I want to construct some Bluetooth application. I have a one external devices, and that devices need to communicate via Bluetooth to my iPhone application. In the sense, React Native has also help in a way, but the efficiency won't work in that much. So that is a one demerit of this hybrid application. So the third one is a native application. So most of the performance oriented application, people are always prefer to go for the native. So native is say for example, when we chose a native, I have a customer who is asking one long term resource, long term application kind of stuff, and it should be a long term customer support also. So by the time native application, and also is a best size, because it is more effective, and it is really fast, and it makes the user interaction is very good level. So that's the major classification in application in mobile apps. So then we are particularly dive deep into the native application, especially iOS native applications. So as I said, right, native apps are like a our home food. So the remaining two is kind of a fast food, which have a lot of merits, but also the side by side it has a lot of demerits also. But when it come to the native application, first of all, native is a direct baby of the vendors like Apple, and then the Android people. They are having the proper ecosystem for it, and they are keep on improving their APIs. We will have a better support for it, and in a way, native apps which will help a lot for better communication with the hardwares. So I want to construct a home automation system. So by the time when we talk about the home automation kind of circumstance, though, so every my app needs to communicate with every hardware. So each and every hardware, it has to communicate in a nice way, and also we may have to use the hardware utilization in a very efficient way. So native apps is a very better choice for that. And in terms of security apps, security kind of applications, we can build by using native. So most of the payment related application, people used to prefer to construct in native apps only. And then we won't get kind of location fuzzing and all. So in Apple apps, they are giving more privacy into the your datas with the help of that iCloud and keychains. And then in iOS 14 15 they were introduced one more feature called disable your tracking features. So the Facebook and as a developers we all know, right? So moreover the technical people also should know, like everyone, especially all the applications, they are trying to track our data, so that it will be very much helpful for their the business purpose, so for the advertisement purpose. So in recent iOS releases, they were reduced it, in the sense Apple is showing them like we are very much protecting your data. So that is a ultimate goal of the Apple people. That's how they are still giving equal competition to the Android. So this is the thing. So when we have a kind of business problem, and we want some mobile application, so based on the requirement, based on the business, we may need to conclude which kind of application we are going to choose. So that's up to the freedom of the the business stakeholder, guys. So and yeah, we are particularly moving into the demo session. So this demo session, I'm going to show you some project. So that project basically built the mobile applications, iOS mobile native applications. So in earlier way, how we created that applications, and then how it slowly migrated into the storyboard purpose, and then how it is slowly migrated into the SwiftUI. So this is the demo. I mean, this is the arrival path we are going to see now. I will show you the projects. So first I will show you the application which I have built by using code. So this is the Xcode, guys. So with the help of this one, this is our IDE. So with the help of this only, we can build our applications. So if you are new to the development, or if you want to switch existing technologies into the iPhone application development, so this might be very much helpful for you. So in earlier, whenever we are trying to build some application, uh, we used to uh, we used to write the code. So code only execution is the ultimate goal of this project. So when I run the code, right, actually it's loading, the code failed. Oh, maybe one sec. Oh, I have a linking problem over here. Wait. It's okay. I think I have migrated my project location into one place to another place. So this is a kind of last minute surprise. Okay, not a problem. I will show you like what I did in this project. So this project is simply getting some iTunes connection list from the server, and it will show the list. So for that, we use our view controller, and it is full of all the component which is full of written in the which is written in the code. And while we running the project, we will get this output. I think this time I got okay. So there is no difference between the previous project and this project, uh, but it is getting differed in only one way. That is, the previous project, all the components I have written by using code, but here I can return all the projects by using the storyboard help. So this is the one step of migration from the developer who was new to, I mean, who already worked in iOS application development. They migrated from iOS code part into the the storyboard part. So in code part, we have to write to construct a table view. Uh, we have to write this particular section of code. But when we migrated from this code base into this code base, then with the help of storyboard. So storyboard is a nice feature which was given by Apple, and here we can able to see all the UI elements in before running the application. So this is a UI representation of that code. So with the help of this, we can able, at least a developer can have a basic idea like what are all the when they run the particular application, they can able to see what kind of UI they are using with the help of this code. But by using that code level, we cannot see anything. So okay, they are using table view, that's it, but we don't know about how it is rendering, how about the area constraints and all. So these are all the information which will have here. But the thing is, we may need to give our more attention over here, but here it is not that much problem. So we can able to see all things, and the guy is very very much supportive for us. So that's how we migrated from the you know uh, uh, code basis into the storyboard based one. And then so this application, uh, the same. So somehow we reduce the code with the help of this storyboard components. But it has lot of construction. Whenever I used to provide a table view, I need to set the delegate, and this project is built by using the MVVM model. So the view model is taking care of all the business logics, and then the view model is going to talk with its service layer. The service layer will fetch all the data from the cloud, and it is rendering all the data. And the view model is going to inject all this data as a part of this table view. And with the help of these live delegates, they are rendering this UI. So this is the UI which what we are seeing now. The in recent coming the recent one, Apple introduced some feature called Async Await. So this Async Await as a part of Swift 5.5, this session is already taken by Modit, and with the help of that Swift 5.5, we can construct this all the service layer, all the business logic. The only UI part getting changed when we migrated this code into SwiftUI. So this is a storyboard based implementation. Now I'm going to show you how this code exactly will match the SwiftUI component. So this is a SwiftUI symbol. If I click SwiftUI, I'm getting one more screen, and this screen is also the business logic won't change here because of that MEVM, but all the UI rendering element has been changed. Why? Because SwiftUI is more convenient to the all the new developers and the existing developers. So basically, SwiftUI gives it's a declarative programming first of all. So you don't need to worry about what is the actual code execution. So what are all the results you want, you can get it over here. So likewise, the same thing in Android Jetpacks is also they are doing. So we can easily a developer from Android who can easily having some knowledge on Jetpacks easily converted into as a Swift developer also. So that's how they were building this language. And this Swift is a kind of framework. This is built on top of Swift. So Swift, when we talk about the Swift, it has a lot more. It is particularly about the scripting language, which is having a lot more syntax with of Python, and it is an impact of JavaScript and everything. But SwiftUI is a tag based implementation stuff, which is also similar to Flutter implementation. And what all the it is a kind of HTML tag based things is. So what is the result you want, you can get with the help of tags. That's it. So you don't need to worry about all the steps. But in storyboard items, you can see all the you can set all your properties, like the label properties and everything in you can see over here. But when you convert it into SwiftUI, you no need to worry about it, because this part will take care of that. So you may need to provide a proper property to set what is your exact result. And as I said, right, it is a declarative programming. So what are all the stuff which I added here, it is a runtime output we can able to see here. So if I want to change the world movies into something, it is always reflecting over here. So that's how they were simplifying as if way, and which is very much helpful for the new developers too. So as application developers or product engineer, we guys have some problem. Like, say I did my project by using storyboard. Now tell me, how can I convert this storyboard application into SwiftUI, or else how can I add addition screen with the help of SwiftUI, though it has a lot more advantages. So that's how the UI hosting controller will come into the picture. So this view controller is particularly a representative of storyboard. And when I click that storyboard icon, right, so when I click this icon, when I click this SwiftUI icon, by the time in a loading execution, I will add one UI hosting controller. So UI hosting controller, yeah, this is the hosting controller. So this hosting controller have the root view of this list content SwiftUI view. That's it. And SwiftUI is moreover a structure based programming. So there is no class, and we in mostly for UI rendering, we no need to worried about the memory leaks. But for when we create our project by using storyboard, right, by the time all the storyboard is also a kind of class. So at some point of time, we have to think particularly about the memory management stuff. But in SwiftUI, it is more lightning or additions, so it is very much helpful over here. So okay, so for constructing the list in board, we are having a lot more implementation. We may need delegates, and we may need to data sources, and we have to handle so many logic inside the view controller. So the view controller having all the burdens. But when we migrated from the storyboard point to SwiftUI part, this simple code, with the help of this simple code, we can easily render this UI. We can easily render this UI. That's how the system is very much helpful for the developers. And I'm going to show you one complex view that is also built with the help of SwiftUI. I'll show you that is also. Yeah, we have to wait for iPad mini. Meanwhile, I'll run the same project in iPad 13 Pro Max. In this particular project, I've tried to implement the replicate the App Store UI. I mean the old App Store UI. So so I'll show you the overall demo. System got a bit hanged. Okay. Okay. So when we run the project into all kind of OS, I mean all kind of devices, especially from the iPhone lower end devices to higher end devices, we can get this UI. So this UI is when we create this UI in a storyboard, it is quite complex. So we may have to struggle to construct so many table view and then so many collections view. In a way, we have to efficiently handle our delegates and everything. But with the help of storyboard, I mean with the help of this SwiftUI, we can easily adjust it. We can easily achieve what is our overall expectations also. This is the overall expectations. And in a way, SwiftUI is a kind of free sketch form. So we can render our UI in a way what we want, and we can most probably build it in a very dynamic way. So we no need to worry about the UI changes and all, because SwiftUI is built intentionally to resolve the reactive kind of stuff. So the reactive information is also able to adaptable in SwiftUI. So whenever we change any values in the backend, it is immediately reflecting with the help of SwiftUI observers. So in SwiftUI recent versions, they were introduced one more a class called Asynchronous image view. This will helpful to render all your cloud images in a very efficient way without disturbing the main user interaction. So that's how. So uh, earlier we built application by using only code, and now in board we used to construct with the help of some UI component. But when we migrated from those two area into SwiftUI, which is very much helpful for us with the help of freehanding code. And if you prepare your project in MEVM, of course a pattern is based on the project requirement, but if you run all the if you follow the proper patternized structure, then the migration is also very much helpful, especially SwiftUI is particularly about MEVM kind of implementations. So because whenever we are kind to execute this SwiftUI project, first this content view will load. The content view will see whether what is the available view model, and if it is a observed object, then we can based on what all the items has to observe, it will keep on observing those stuff. So whenever the value is getting changed, it will immediately pitch into the actual UI, I mean actual phone screen. And we know in board, I mean by using storyboard, if you develop any project, the universal application is a big challenge, because for iPad some of the resolution is getting changed, and in few area we might have to improve our constraint things, so that we need to have a deep knowledges about the UI rendering constraints in when we handling storyboard kind of stuff. But in SwiftUI, you no need to anything. With the help of handy sketch code, you can easily adapt your application to the all the environment without any UI lagging. So this is the final result of the application. So I think this is pretty much done from my side. If you guys have any questions, you can ask.
Guys, feel free to drop in your question in the chat box. I'll send over your questions to Nithiyanantham to answer. I think, yeah, we have a question. I'll read it out for you, Nithiyanantham. Can we
Yeah.
have inbuilt tools to convert storyboard to Swift UI, like Objective-C to Swift code conversion? Do you
Uh,
want me to repeat it?
yeah, I got the questions like we don't have inbuilt stuff. Maybe uh, that is not, this is a kind of beta level implementation. So if we tried, but for me, I think to convert it from existing storyboard to SwiftUI without any software, it's better to create it in your own. Maybe it is otherwise we can add our existing UI as a part of our storyboard. So that's how the system will work. So otherwise, if you convert directly in a way A to B, then I'm sure that we might get some problem.
Hope this answers your question, Mani. So, if any other question, please feel free to post it in the chat box. In the meanwhile, I would like to thank our speaker Nithiyanantham for taking his time out and preparing the session for us. It was very informative. So, yeah, guys, I'll probably wait for another minute. If you have any question, please feel free to post it in the chat box. Yeah. Okay, we have another question. Uh, why do we still have to rely on a native app development when there is a cross-platform SDKs like Flutter, which give optimal performance and experience? Nityanand, I think your voice is not audible to us. I think we are facing some technical issue here. Nitin, your voice, we are having a huge jitter from your side, I think. Can you remove the earphone and maybe use directly the mic? Yeah,
Hello.
Nitin, I think, yeah, you are audible now. I'll repeat the
So
question once again. Uh, why do we still have to rely on native app development when there is a cross platforms available like Flutter,
yeah,
which can
yeah, yeah.
optimize the performance and experiences?
So the answer to this question is uh, we don't have clear visibility as compared to the native applications. Say, for example, Apple is trying to you know improve their development ecosystems. So that's how they were every year they were keep on updating their features. So that's how they were introduced to SwiftUI too. But when we compare to the hybrid applications, some part of time, if there is a chances, if let's say for example, if any phishing attack by using any JavaScript, if there is a chances, there should be a chances in hybrid kind of applications. So in particular time, Apple want to stop that support to hybrid kind of stuff. Then your entire application will getting collapsed, right? So you cannot get the support. So and also as compared to the hybrid applications, native is it has its own UI utilization, and it is more particularly about their hardware utilizations. So I told, right, if I want to construct some a home kind of home automation kind of application, by the time my single app need to communicate with too many devices. So but by using hybrid application, it cannot be the performance which is not really good. So some point of time it will bore the user. So most of the hardware kind of application they want to develop, they are particularly adequate into native apps only. They'll prefer native apps. No, they won't go any hybrid kind of application. So in my perception, I can say, if you want to develop one application that is, say for example, dating applications or some e-commerce kind of application, then it is only the client server interaction. Then you can go with hybrid kind of stuff, which will give some more better experience than PW kind of web application. But anyhow, but it won't replace the native stuff. So that's the one thing. And for in one more information, Facebook and Instagram, these applications are developed by using React Native. But even though in React Native they won't add so many native features within it. And but by using WhatsApp, WhatsApp is a pure native application. That's how the performance is really really good as compared to the other apps in the market. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, let's move on to the next question that we have. Will Objective C support project supports Swift UI?
Swift UI is a kind of framework, so it's not a tool. So first we have to understand about that. And objective, in a way, uh, we can move our Objective C into Swift by using the bridging headers, right? So the same way we can experiment the Swift UI too, but we cannot directly convert all the Objective C projects into Swift UI.
Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next one. Swift UI will support all the Apple devices. Will Swift UI do that?
Yes, of course, because it's that's how the main intention in Swift UI. So when you build one application, and if it is a multi-platform application, and whenever you're going to create a project in Xcode, we may have to think whether it is a particular about iOS devices, or else it's a macOS devices, or else it's a multi-platform application. So even if it is for Mac or multi-platform application, it should support all the devices. That's how the ecosystem will build up.
Okay, I think Nithiyanantham has answered all your questions. If you still have any doubt, you can post it here. Let's wait for a minute or so for people to ask their queries. Okay, I think the session has cleared all the questions that people might have. So yeah, as I said, okay, we have another questions. Uh, okay, I'll read it out for you. Does Swift UI reduces the build time compared with storyboard?
That is the previous version compliant. So like when SwiftUI was introduced, the the build time is getting bit slow as compared to the storyboard. But now it's keep on improvising. And the comparison I haven't checked, but as per the document I can say now the build time is much improved as compared to the storyboard versions.
Okay. We have another question. What is your views on no-code platforms and how will it affect our mobile development and platforms?
Yeah, so being a technical or being a technician, we must adapt all kind of technologies. So the no code platform is also a platform uh, which will, I mean, that's how the system is going to lead. But in my perception I can say we can reach to that place like nearly it will take hardly 4 or 5 years, because people, they are already started investing on investigation, I mean investing on no code kind of executions in a way to they have to construct their own automated library. So we have to pick the component, and at the end of the day we may have to release the applications. So that's how the system is going to build. But to be frank, it will take some time to achieve, because you cannot if you go with the no code platform, right, by the time we will have some boundaries. So within that component only we can create our applications, or we can do our stuff. So later point of time, if you want to add one more features, by the time again we have to improve the framework, and we have to add some more additional components. So anyhow, that maintenance is also there. So they are still thinking about that. And maybe it will come. We'll have to see. The time is the medicine, I mean time is the
a perfect answer for every questions. Time will speak.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, here we can sum up our session for today. Once again, I would like to thank Nithiyanantham Chandran for presenting us with the this primer on app development in SwiftUI. Thank you so much, and as thanks everyone for joining in. And since it's a monthly event, we'll probably have come up with another topic to share with you. And please, yeah, please keep us.
And
We'll keep you posted. Please join in.
yeah, one more input from my side, Priya.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So
Go ahead.
finally, I would like to thank all the PayPal team members, especially my team. Uh, all the team members, they are sharing their inputs to reaching into this level. Uh, Anyhow, thanks for the all your support, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Nandan, once again. So yeah, we'll end our stream right now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.